This topic is job site layout and control. In this topic, we will discuss about the factors that affect the job site plan and layout. The objectives of this chapter are to highlight the following: goals of cost-effective job site layout, relationship of material handling to labor cost, relationship of the job site layout to labor productivity and the profitability of the project, physical attributes of the site and community affecting the project, equipment considerations, and organization of the job site to optimize productivity and profitability. Introduction. So, the job site layout plan is a plan for temporary facilities, material movement, material storage, and material handling equipment on the job site. So, therefore, a job site layout plan will consider the following areas: material handling, labor productivity, equipment constraints, and site constraints. The job site layout plan has the following aspects. First of all, job site space allocation. So, areas on the job site for material delivery, uh, material storage, temporary offices, and facilities. So, it includes these aspects. Job site access. It includes access to and from the job site and to work areas within the job site, including hall, roads. Material handling. It includes material movement on the job site, both horizontally and vertically. Lifting equipment, including forklifts and cranes. Worker transportation. It includes personnel movement and access on the job site. Temporary facilities. Temporary facilities include temporary offices, storage facilities, dry shacks, sanitary facilities, temporary water, power, and heat. Job site security is also included in the job site layout planning. Uh, it includes temporary fencing, guard dogs, security patrols, electronic alarm systems, and watchmen. Signage and barricades. So, the protection of public from the construction hazards on the job site is required in this aspect. In summary, we can say that an optimum job site layout plan minimizes on site labor in material movement, travel, and transportation, allowing workers to spend the maximum amount of time possible performing their construction activities. Now let's discuss a little bit about some of the aspects of the job site layout plan. So we can start with the material handling. So certain guidelines need to be followed. One of the first guideline is that move material with the least expensive labor possible. Normally, the lowest paid members of the crew, such as laborer, apprentice, or helper, should be responsible for moving material. The craftsperson, such as carpenter, is paid a higher wage to do a specific type of work. So the crews should be organized to avoid using the craftsmen for moving material. A second guideline is that deliver material as close as possible to the installation place. So it is logical. When possible, material should be stored near the installation location, making it ready for installation without much extra labor. So this is a common practice when, for example, a gypsum drywall is stocked on the job site. The drywall usually is initially distributed to the different floors or locations where installation will occur. The next guideline is deliver material to its location with delivery people. So the people who have come on the job site for delivering the material, if possible, those people should be used to deliver the material at the location. So the material delivery to the job site and even to the location within the job site is most economically done by the delivery people employed by the supplier of the material. So although there is normally a delivery charge, the material supplier's delivery crew probably will receive a lower wage than the job site labor. So the delivery crew knows how to handle material efficiently and usually is interested in the prompt delivery of the material. So the delivery truck often comes with a boom or fork attachment that assists in the placement of the material. For example, drywall is normally delivered and stocked by the delivery crew. The crew will, as directed, put portions of the order in specific rooms and on specific floors. They also can use the fork boom on the delivery truck to deliver drywall to second floor opening if desired. The next guideline in the material handling may be that deliver from truck to the installation location if possible. So there are some instances when delivery can be made from the delivery truck to the material installation location. So that is an ideal situation. This is often done with the structural steel. The steel fabrication such as column assembly is lifted by the tower crane directly to the installation location and immediately bolted into place. So the extra coordination is needed, however, to ensure that the correct fabrication is available and shipped at the time needed and the installation location is ready for the material or equipment upon its arrival. The next guideline for material handling is um, avoid moving material more than once. Yeah, so this will be the situation when we can try to optimize uh, things. So when material is stored or stockpiled on site, it should go from the storage area to installation. Too often on construction site, a storage pile of material has to be moved to another location because of the other storage needs, providing access to work or excavation or for any other number of reasons. So material piles rarely need to be moved if prior planning is done. Okay, next is for the material handling. We should anticipate the material, the equipment needs. We anticipate the equipment needs for the entire project and ensure that the proper equipment is available. So the contractor should anticipate the amount, size, and packaging method of the material and have the uh, appropriate means to moving the material on the job site prior to delivery. Planning at the start of the project can provide adequate provisions for lifting equipment through the duration of the project. So permanent equipment should be selected for the majority of lifting and material handling. So some equipment needs may be temporary and require special machinery such as a mobile crane for a few hours or days because of the size, location, or amount of material delivered to the job site. Okay, next material handling guideline is select optimum material. Select optimum material moving equipment according to these criteria. Okay, cost. So there are many ways to move and lift material into place. Most construction lifts and moves can be performed manually rather than by uh, using a crane, forklift, or other methods. So cost, of course, is the prime consideration, but a number of other factors should be also considered. So as far as the cost is concerned, the rental cost of the necessary equipment, including minimum rental, 4 hours, 8 hours or so, time and travel time to and from the job site should be considered. The availability of the material, moving equipment should also be considered. The availability of the lifting equipment within the community. A one-time lift may appear to require a piece of equipment that is not readily available within the community. Any piece of equipment can be shipped to a community, but the shipping cost may greatly exceed the cost of an alternative. Um, the Sometimes for small lifts, a, a pole with a block and tackle can replace a crane that is not available in the area. Um, capacity of the equipment should be also considered. The contractor needs to be sure that the equipment has the appropriate capacity, including the safety factor to move and lift the equipment necessary. Safety is of paramount concern on the job site. Safety consideration always supersede cost issues. A more expensive method may have to be used to protect workers from a more risky one. Okay. The quantity of material, the relative quantity of the material to be moved also is a factor when deciding what equipment to use. High mobilization cost can be absorbed if a large amount of material is to be moved. For small quantities, the contractor will probably use a labor-intensive method rather than pay travel or setup fees for lifting and moving equipment. Access to point of use. So situations arise where equipment must be used because access is not close to the point of use. The most efficient and cost-effective way to pour concrete is to do it directly from the ready-mix truck into the concrete point. This is not always possible, as the form may be too far from the nearest truck access or above the pouring level of the truck, requiring alternative methods. Adequate delivery routes. The route for the delivery should be clearly marked from the main roads and streets to the job site entrances. Construction sites often are located in remote areas, but firm and well maintained roads to the point of delivery are also needed. And finally, the coordination of deliveries. Deliveries should be scheduled and coordinated, even though exact delivery times are not always available, particularly when the delivery is to be made from a long distance hauler or common carrier. Because the typical job site will receive many deliveries during the day, scheduling the time of the delivery will ensure that equipment and personnel are available to promptly unload the truck. So the contractor should prepare for the delivery by having available the appropriate amount and type of labor and equipment. Some more points which can be considered for material handling are make arrangements for material or equipment to be placed in installation locations. So certain material or pieces of hand building equipment are too large to be taken through conventional routes to the area of installation at the time of delivery. The construction should always try to place this equipment or material in the space provided prior to the installation of walls and doorways, which prevent the material from entering the space. Storage of material on the job site should be systematic. So most on-site storage areas are fairly small, requiring consolidation of material. The storage of material should be organized in a manner that is accessible. Deliveries are not necessarily made in sequential order for the material needed. An effective, well-organized storage area requires knowledge of the construction schedule and of the materials used for construction. Okay, we will continue this in the next video clip.